something very, very important. How to spot a profitable property for you to buy right here in Nigeria, especially right here in Enugu. Now, this live section is for people who want to understand how to make real money from real estate. Now, in as much as we talk about how you can make profit when you buy land or when you invest in real estate, you should also be able to understand that real estate is not a get rich quick scheme, right? It is something you need to give time, it is something you need patience for it to reward you. So when we are talking about how to make profit, also understand that this profit may be in the future or maybe in some years' time. All right. So it is not a Ponzi scheme, it is not a get rich quick scheme, it is a genuine investment that you have to give time and what patience. So with that being said, we are going to be discussing how you can spot a property that is going to be profitable for you in the future or over time. So that is what we're going to be discussing with you today. Remember, if this is your first time of coming across our channel, welcome to our YouTube channel. We are Browdy Global Limited, a fast growing real estate company with offices in Enugu and Abuja. And we are reporting live from Enugu, Nigeria. And my name is Jacinta Oba and my colleague.
My name is Opeleke Imono.
All right. So we are going to be we are real estate consultants and we have been in the business for the past 5 years, which is to tell you that we've understood some things when it comes to we've understood some things when it comes to real estate investment, and we also understood how real estate investment actually works, and that's why we are bringing this will I say this show to your face. So today we are talking about how to spot a profitable property to buy here in Enugu. Now, we are going to give you three ways you can spot it. And the third one is the most important one. So you need to watch it to the end. Like we normally do once you jump on live here, type hashtag live and let us know where you are watching us from. And if you're going to watch this video, the replay, also type hashtag replay. Let us know where you're watching from. And if you have questions in the course of us going through this live session, also drop it at the comment section and we'll answer them. So the first way you can identify or you can spot a profitable land to buy. In this case, we're talking about land, right?
Yes, we are
Yes. So
talking
we are
about
going to
land.
be telling you how you can. The first way you can spot a land that is going to be profitable to you in the future. So, Emmanuel, tell us the first way.
All right, so we have three on our list, and the very first one is very is an interesting one. So the first on our list is location of the property. Now, location is very important when it has to do with real estate investment generally, and specifically for land investment, because location to a large extent is going to determine the return on investment that you're going to get, to determine the value of the property that you are buying is going to appreciate very fast, or if it's going to take like years or decades before it even appreciates. So location is very important. Most times investors even overlook this primary factor when they want to invest. So they feel like any person can wake up anytime and just go to any area and buy land because people are buying land. Now, there's a popular saying that real estate is the best investment that you can make in your lifetime, and that's true. But if you want to invest in real estate, you need to consider the location that you want to invest into, especially when you want to make profit. Now, people can buy into already developed areas. People can buy underdeveloped or developing areas. But if you are someone whose mindset or desire or vision is to make profit, you need to consider what we call emerging locations. Now, you need to look out for locations that have growth potentials. Now, when we talk about emerging location, we're talking about locations that it is not fully developed, not like places that have like all the necessary infrastructure. So you're looking out for places that has growth potentials, places that are emerging, that are still developing, maybe that have road construction already, that have maybe small structures, that have maybe presence of government or government proposed projects. So when you look out for this location, it is a location that is going to give you profit on your investment, because once that location is still developing or emerging, very soon other major development like schools, hospitals, universities,
market.
markets, there especially commercial hub, because this is one of the factors that skyrocket the price of properties in any area. So once these projects start coming into that location that is still developing, in the future, the value of that property will skyrocket. So if you're an investor and you're considering to make profit from your investment, please consider emerging location. Don't just go into a developed location, because if you are going into a developed location, it's possible that you can still get return on your investment. But when compared to someone who is buying into an emerging location and someone who bought into a developed location, the profit, when you compare, you notice that the person who is buying into an emerging location is going to make more profit, because the area is still developing. The demand is still rising gradually. But someone who bought into a developed location, everything is developed, most of the infrastructure needed is already there. So the appreciation will be a little bit slow compared to that of an emerging location. So the number one, like I mentioned, is the location. When you want to buy, please consider location before you invest into any location, into any property.
Yes. So yes. So you have already explained it very well, like the location, the how to spot a profitable land
Yeah,
is its location, where that land is situated,
yeah,
what is around it, what is going to happen there. These are the things that's going to make that place to be profitable in the future. And you have done justice to that. I need to add that accessibility also matters, right?
yes, yes,
When a location is accessible,
yeah,
it's there's tendency of the value of that land that already have access road
yeah,
to go higher than lands that are not accessible.
yes,
So it also means that when a place is also accessible, government projects can easily come in there.
mm,
Even private developers can also come in there because the place is accessible.
yeah,
So accessibility also matters. Is it close to a major expressway?
mm,
Is it close to already a built-up neighborhood?
yeah,
Because these are the things that is going to make that particular location to grow over time. All right. So the second on our list is the infrastructures in the land
mm,
and around the land.
mm.
The infrastructures in the land and around
Around
the
the
land.
land. Yeah,
Once there are infrastructures going on a particular land, know that that land is going to be profitable.
yeah,
For instance, there is maybe a perimeter fencing going on the land, and maybe the estate developers also have the plan to build infrastructures on the estate.
yes,
Maybe they're going to work on the roads, they're going to put drainages, they're going to install solar power system, they're going to, do all those, major infrastructures that makes an estate a livable one. Once an estate is going to come all of that,
mm,
there is that particular estate is going to be profitable. Because by the time those infrastructures are being put in place, the value of the place is also going up. Now, the 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 infrastructures around the land also helps that land to be profitable in the future.
yeah,
Here is what I mean. Maybe the land is in a location where there are also other estates in that location. What happens is that what happens is that in that location, once a particular estate starts a development,
mm,
it is going to reflect on other properties that are there.
yeah,
So that is why it's also good that you buy into locations that is not just the estate that is there, there are also other estates, because maybe one person start building in one estate and it will just affect the other estate that are around it. So
exactly.
that is what I'm saying. The the
Infrastructure.
infrastructures on the land and around the land also matters. For instance, um, I'll use golf estates here in Enugu as an instance. So Gulf Estate started out as Gulf Estate, and over time, the place became occupied
Yeah.
with people because of the infrastructures that was going on there. Now, from there, it now extended down to the creation of Gulf Annex.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, people now moved because Gulf Estate was filled up and was now very expensive. They now moved into Gulf Annex. Now, into Gulf Annex, they they also people started moving into Gulf Annex
Yeah.
and buying it.
Yeah.
And now Gulf Annex is now becoming expensive.
Exactly.
Now there's another location that is also opening up
Mm.
just behind Gulf Annex. Now that area is the new, like the new governance now,
Yes. Yeah.
and that is how it will just keep moving. So the goal is to always identify these locations on time
Mm.
and then go into it, because the infrastructures will also affect the prices and as well affect the neighborhoods around it.
Mm.
So that is why I said the infrastructures on the land and around the land. Another good example is Centenary City. Now, Centenary City, when it started, right, there are some mini estate inside Centenary City.
Yeah.
Now, inside Centenary City, those estates, they were enjoying the infrastructures happening in the estate, and as well the ones happening in general
Yeah.
in the in Centenary City estate generally. So it now made the value of properties in Centenary City to also skyrocket,
Yeah.
because the people in the estate are building, the people outside the estate are building, and the Centenary people themselves, they are working on their roads and all of that. So
Mm.
that is what we mean by infrastructures, right? Once you identify a location that has infrastructures, especially estates around them, or government projects around them, or even factories around them, or government building on their roads, or government having estates around them, just know that those kind of locations is going to be profitable for you in the future. All right, and then that will now lead us to the number three. Please let us still know if you can still see us and hear us
Yeah.
clearly. All right, and if you have questions concerning buying land, right, you can also drop it at the comment section and we'll answer you. So the last one, which is the major one. All right, so just
All right. That's a beautiful explanation. Okay, so we'll move to the third point on our list. So that's the price. The price. So it's possible that someone is listening to us is wondering. So how does the price determine if I'm going to make profit from my investment?
mm,
Now, price is another factor to consider if you want to make profit from your real estate investment, especially land. Now, first, you need to understand that there are different development stage in real estate.
mm-hmm,
So we have the entry level, we have the development stage, and then we have the maturity stage. I know that the prices of property differs based on these stages. If you are an investor and you want to buy land and your own desire to make profit, I mean massive profit, then there's a level that you need to enter. There's a particular stage that you need to enter, and that's the low entry level
level.
stage.
Mm-hmm.
So this is when the property is selling at its lowest price. I mean, you cannot get that price, you cannot get that property cheaper than that price at the low entry level. So as an investor, if you want to buy land, look out for properties. Not we consider location, we consider the infrastructure. Another thing is the price of that property. So you need to know or identify property that are still selling at the low entry
Level.
level. Take for instance, you buy into a location and you're buying a property that is selling for 5 million naira, and you find out that that's the lowest entry level. Now that's the best time for you to buy that property, because if you wait at development, like she mentioned, infrastructures are coming into that location or in that estate, the value of that property will keep going up. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine you are buying, instead of buying at the low entry level, you're buying during the development stage. You know, someone who bought at the low entry level already has an advantage over you.
Yeah.
Now, compared to someone who is also buying at the maturity level when the full place is already developed and the person is just buying. So, when you compare these three persons, low entry, development stage, and then the maturity stage, you know that the person who is going to make more profit is the person buying at the low entry level. So, if you want to make profits, first you need to identify properties that are still selling at the low entry level. And once you get that opportunity, don't waste time and buy. The mistake that most investors make is that when they see properties selling at the low entry level, sometimes we call this pre-sale,
Or
so
pre-launch.
or pre-launch. So when they see this property, you hear some of them will say, "Oh, let me wait, I'll buy later." Oh, the property, is there's still little develop. There's no serious development there.
Are you sure it will develop?
Are you sure it will develop? Let's leave it. I will buy later. Without knowing that timing is very important in real estate. And timing, the price of a property is affected by the time. So if you don't buy when you are seeing that property at that low entry level, if you are waiting for that place to develop, you're going to miss out on the profit that you are going to make. So once you see the property on a low entry level, please don't hesitate.
Jump into it.
Jump into it with your full heart. Even if it means as in going against what people are saying, just buy into, because there are locations here in Enugu. I'll just give you an instance.
But
She meant
verify before you
thank
jump. Verify before you jump in.
verify before you jump in. So an instance, you mentioned golf,
Mm.
and also what did happen, the development, how it grew, the
Mhm.
whole place became saturated,
Yeah.
the value of property became very high,
Yeah.
there was scarcity, it now moved to golf harness.
Yeah.
And now you also mentioned about centenary. So that's how real estate happens. That's how real estate operates. So when you see in a location, sometimes you might be thinking here is still bushy. There's no major development here. Okay, let me wait. Instead of waiting, just buy, because you understand that these factors we mentioned, infrastructure, once development start coming, especially when government develop an interest into that location, the value of that property will keep appreciation. And people are also demanding for land in that location. So once you see at the low entry level, just buy. So once you buy, just hold it, because as people are buying into that property, development is coming, the value will keep appreciating. So later in the future, maybe at the development stage, at the maturity stage, you can now sell. And when you sell, you know that you're making massive profit.
Mm.
So price is also another sign that a property has
It's going to be profitable.
is going to be profitable in the future. So I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
Okay. Yes, I think you've said it all. Well, also understand that for you to once you identify a property that is going to with these three things that we've mentioned,
Yeah,
these are the signs that a place is actually going to be profitable. Number one, the location.
yeah,
It is in a promising location.
yeah.
Then number two, there are infrastructures and other estates and projects around it.
Mm.
Then number three, that the location is still selling at its lowest price.
Yes.
So it is important that you identify it early on time
Yeah.
or early enough and then key into it. However, before you key into anything, please verify.
Exactly.
Please verify. There are so many estates out there, and most times they look so good that
Mm.
you don't even want to think that this property may have issue.
Mm.
So you need to verify. Work with a reputable real estate agent or a property lawyer to verify that the property you're about to enter is safe for you. All right, and we'll discuss how you can identify a safe property before you buy.
Yeah.
So you may need to go to our YouTube channel right now and watch it. However, we have this opportunity for you. This is a property that we've identified, and it has all these signs of a profitable land or profitable real estate, which is Peace Gardens Estate. Now, this Peace Gardens Estate is behind Golf Annex. Now, Golf Annex, like I've already given you the history of how it has moved from Golf to Golf Annex,
Yeah.
and now it is still expanding.
Mm.
Now, it is expanding into this Peace
These
Gardens
gardens.
estate. So this is like a new location with projects and infrastructures coming up in them, and then it is coming at the lowest entry level, which is 20 million naira. Now, this 20 million naira, I would say this is the last time it will sell for 20 million naira
Exactly.
because by the next 1 year or even 2 years, or even at the end of this year, at the end of 2026,
Yeah.
it may not be selling for 20 million again because the actual price of the land is actually um, 25 million
Yeah.
naira. So if you're keen into it now, you're keen into it at 20 million naira. And we also have payment plan, like you don't really need to pay once, where you make a down payment of 10 million naira. So Peace Gardens has all the signs of a profitable real estate investment. And I guarantee you that if you invest in Peace Gardens, it is really going to be profitable to you because it's already close to it, already to built up locations like Governance by the right and Transekulu faces by the left. So it is in the midst of built up area, which is to tell you that in a few years' time, it is going to sell as high as Governance 45-75 million.
Yeah.
So this is like the best time for you to pay to it. Now, if you are wondering what Peace Gardens looks like, you may have to check through our YouTube channel. You see, we've done a lot of videos showing Peace Gardens Estate, and it has a good title. It is registered. In fact, the beacons are already on ground on that particular estate,
Yeah.
which is to tell you that after buying, you get to see your plot on ground. It has one unique view. Like that is the only estate in the whole of Enugu
Yeah.
that has that kind of view. You may want to see it. So you may have to reach out to us on the numbers in the comment section where you can where we can discuss and take you for inspection. Like we like to show you the place for yourself so that you see it. However, we have the videos. If you are not around, we already have videos, detailed videos, the drive to the estate, the area view of the estate, any kind of video you want about the estate is already on our YouTube channel. So you need to just go watch it and send us a message. This is like an opportunity that you shouldn't miss. You
Honestly.
shouldn't miss it. Don't miss it like those that missed golf estates
Mm.
10, 15 years ago. Don't miss it like those that missed golf farmers
Honest.
5 years ago. This is that opportunity again. And nobody is going to, people that are already keen into it now, they are not shouting.
Yeah.
All right. So that is why, as we discovered it, say let us let you know. All right. So go ahead and reach out to us today. All right, so I think this is where we are going to come to the end of
Yeah.
this live session. Thank you so much for watching to this very minute. We really appreciate. And if you come across this live session anytime, please type hashtag replay and where you are joining us from. And we also want you to key into that opportunity of owning a piece of Peace
Peace
Garden,
Garden
a
business.
profitable property that you need to own right now in Enugu. So until we come to your face again, bye.